I get annoyed when you're in bed at night and you have your phone and you're looking at the top like this and you accidentally drop the phone in your face and it smashes you in the face. It's like, I get really annoyed when someone says to you, can I ask you a question? No. No, you can't ask me a question. You just had that one question and you asked it, bitch. I get really annoyed when people say stupid sayings like, it is what it is. Well, of course it is. That's just like saying, I'm Roland, that is a light, this is a camera. I get really annoyed when you go to open the oven to get your food out, but you kind of forget that it's really hot. So when you open the oven, the heat hits you like a wave and it's sort of like, ugh. I get really annoyed when you're watching a horror film with someone and they won't stop saying things like, why are they running up the stairs? Why are they not calling the police? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? It's a horror film. If they just ran out the house, if they called the police, if they killed the killer, there would be no film. I get annoyed when you go to the bathroom just to kind of like, do your thing. And you go to the loo and then afterwards you realize there's no toilet paper and you're like, oh my God, what the hell am I supposed to do? I get really annoyed when people ring you and you just miss the phone call by a couple seconds and you ring them back instantly, like instantly, and then they don't pick up the phone. It's just like, did you just die in the last 5 seconds or something? Like, pick up the phone. I get really annoyed, like especially on Twitter, when you have like an obvious typo. Like it's obvious that you made a mistake and it's so clear, but yet someone has to point it out. Like, you spelled this wrong, you meant this, you meant this. Get over yourself. Like seriously, no one cares. Like, correcting someone's obvious typo will not make them like you anymore. I get really annoyed when you go to the kitchen to go get some food and you see something you really want and you go to pick it up and you realize it's like an empty box and the person like before you has just put like an empty box back in the shelf and you're really upset because you really wanted this food that was like, yes bitch, I want this food, and like you're really upset now because it's not there. You get really angry and just kill the person. I get really annoyed when you see that little kind of bit of skin that's here by your finger and you're like, I will not bite it off, I will not bite it off, and you end up, let's be honest, you end up biting it off. Ugh, and it's really painful, all this blood comes out of your finger and it's like the most worst pain ever. I get really annoyed when you really want something, so you go to get it, and then when you get to the place, you kind of forget what you actually went there to get in the first place, and you're just like, what? What was I coming here for? What was I trying to look for? Like what? And you have a brain fart. I get really annoyed when you're having tea and biscuits, sort of dunking your biscuit into the tea, but you kind of leave it in there just a little bit too long, so as you pick it up, it drops off into the tea, and it's like, come back. And then at the bottom of the tea, you got this sort of like crummy biscuit stuff at the bottom when you're drinking, it's like, this is actually disgusting. I get really annoyed when you go to bed and you're in such a comfortable position, and then all of a sudden your body's like, screw you, I'm gonna make you want to piss. And then you go to piss and you get back into bed and you cannot get in the same position, and it's like just like uncomfortable. Like no, it's the worst, no. I get annoyed when you text someone like a really big message and they just reply with the word K. I get really annoyed when someone obviously just insults you and they're like, just kidding, and it's like, you're not kidding, you're serious, you think I look like a whale. Like, I get really annoyed when someone comes into your bedroom to have like a chat or something, and then like they go out the room and you're like, can you close the door please? And they sort of just pull it to and it doesn't actually close, and it's like, well, at what point does that look like the door has been closed? Like, close the damn door. I get really annoyed when you win the lottery and then wake up. I hate it in retail when customers come up to you and make a mistake and they blame you for their mistake and they can't accept the fact that it was their fault. I get really annoyed when it's nighttime and you just want to go to bed and all of a sudden your computer is like, I want to install 10,000 updates, do not turn off computer. I get annoyed when people tell me to eat more because I'm too skinny. I get really annoyed when it's nighttime and it's like really hot. So you like open your window in your room and then within like 10 seconds, like the bug society decides to have like a congregation next to your light because they're weirdly attracted to it. Just go, no. So there are some things that really annoy me in my life. What are some things that really annoy you? Please put it down in the comment section below and maybe I'll do it in the next video. Make sure you hit that like button because that's really helped me out, guys. And don't forget that you are flawless. Yes!